Nile Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube.
Hey Car Connection fans, welcome back to Car Connection Workshop. The last I was talking to you, I said I'm going to go get some penetrating sauce, and I did. And when I came back, well, I was wrestling a bunch of alligators, and I think there might have been an anaconda in there somewhere, but we came out on top. The old control arm is out. This ball joint is totally done. Totally done. And as I mentioned, there's a circlip on here. I guess if you really wanted to, you could get a ball joint and a bushing and go to all the headaches of pressing it out, because it is pressable, and then pressing it back in without bending the end of the control arm on either end. And sometimes when you womp these out from this side, the hole's too big, and then you got problems where the ball joint is loose. It's just not worth it. It is not worth it to mess with this. It's over, and leave it where it is till I go to the scrap box. Okay. I would highly recommend, as well as we talked about in part 1, just order the kit. Gives you inners, outer tie rods, gives you sway bar links, because this is beat. And this causes a clunk. So when you're done, this was clunking like a granny's old worn out arthritic knees. And if you don't replace this, you're going to hear that 10 times louder right through the car. Clunk, 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 clunk. But what I am going to tell you is this gave me a bit of a bear to come off, because you should be able to double wrench this 18 and 19 millimeter. They put Loctite on the threads. So if you don't have a torch, go to the Prince of the Palace store. This is your best friend. This thing, I'll tell you what, I do a ton of little work with it. I used that to heat this end up, and look, I got it off without wrestling with the nut. So it just takes a butane bottle. I use this for shrink wrapping when I'm doing electrical, but if you need to heat something up quickly, that little puppy will get you there. So I heated this end with my little blowtorch, and look, it came off like butter with 2 wrenches. I wasn't able to get my air gun on this one because it's on the bottom, and it's tight in there against the motor. So I just did it with 2 wrenches, the 19 and the 18, and I got it off in literally minutes. This one I was fighting with while we were putting together part 2 for you. So change this out. Do yourself a favor, just change it out, because it is going to make a noise. All right, so we're into, and again, just to recap, this is the worst side. Was ball joint was definitely gone. Tie rod end, definitely gone. Toast. This is the new kit, and shop around on the Jungle website, because you can get really decent kits where everything's in the box, and it's pretty, you know what, I gotta tell you, it's pretty decent product. I'm impressed. So this was made 03, 05, 25, so it was made this year. Got a nice new bushing in there. Again, like I said, if you really want to have pain and suffering, buy the bushings, buy the ball joint, because it is on with a C-clip. You could pound it out. But you know what? For the price I paid for the whole kit, I ain't wrestling with that. I've done so many of those. That is a headache. A big headache. How big? Really big. Like, you know, one of those ones where you feel like your head's going to explode? Yeah, that kind of headache. Don't give yourself the headache. Just change it up. Because by the time you press it out, and if the hole's worn too big around the ball joint's going to go in way too sloppy loose, and that C-clip is not enough to hold it. So it's up to you. You know what? If that's what you want to do it. But me, you know what? For the price of the whole kit to do both sides, gut it, and start from square one, not worth it. A couple of $100. It was less than $200 to the door. Go on the Jungle website. So, I wanted to show you the other thing. Take this little guy on your home drill, and where this goes into the bottom of the spindle housing, because this fella, you want it to slip in nice and easy so you can get the cage bolt back in there. Just run this up and down through the bottom of the hole like that. Clean it out. Gonna make your day a whole lot happier, trust me. So we're gonna get the anti-seize going here. I got all the bolts cleaned, and what did I do with them? I left them in the shop. I cleaned them and didn't bring them out. Well, isn't that a pip? Found them. Yippee! We got it right here. So, yeah, and we're going to torque all these bolts when we're done. And that's what I have on my paper here, is I've looked up all the torque specs for all the bolts I've removed, including the ones on the sway bar links. When we're done, all the bolts are nice and clean, and we'll get these going back in there. So the first thing you want to do on this, when it's coming out, is scream. Yeah, that would be good. Just get that scream out, you know. Just remember, once you let it out, you can't put it back in. Yeah, so I'm using the anti-seize, and all these bolts have to be retorqued to spec. I did have one bolt going into the main side right there, that one, right from factory. It didn't take much to get it out, so it was not tight. So what I do is I lay my bolts out like this so that I can just get them all goobered up with my anti-seize. Is that the same container? No, that's, you know what, that's not the container I use. I'm going, this stuff seems to be watered back. Yeah, it's not the can. I grabbed the wrong can. Anyways, we will go and get the right can in a minute. I use this, I thinned it out to do other jobs. Put a little Varsol in it. Just thin it out, thinny. Okay, so get your bolts all ready. And what you also want to do is, folks, see this surface right here? 9 times out of 10, that's where the bolt says it's seized, but it's actually just that flangerati right here, where the bolt cap, they look like top hats, where it contacts the base. So whether it's up against metal, I always just make a habit of put some anti-seize on there. I'm going to go get the other container because that's not the right one. It's the left one. So anti-seize, I put it on everything. I've been 44 years in the trade. Worked in the trucking industry for Mack Trucks Canada and Peterborough of Ontario. And let me tell you, that's what we used on everything, even in the automotive world. Anti-seize. We live in Canada, we have rust. We have rust galore. So anti-seize is going to be your best friend. That's the hot for dolly. You see that? Not really. Yep, so I'm going to put some of that up in the hole where the ball joint goes. Remember, I leave my my chisel in there because it is a compress fitting, a squeeze fitting, whatever you want to call it. It's a pinch fitting. Pinch! So I put some in here. I put some on the outside where the bolt's going to connect. On this side right here, where the bolt is going to connect to the steel, because that's where a lot of times, if the bolt won't come out, that's where it's stuck. So for next time, whenever that may be, hoping this is it for some time. So that's why I do the job right. I'm really impressed with the quality of this kit. It was from a company out of Detroit. And it looks good. So you want to put some slide on there, some on there. Because I'm only doing this job one time. It survived from the factory almost 120K. And let's do it right. That's all I say. Let's do it right. So what you want to do is, oh, I got some anti-seize on here. Oh, all right. We're going to take this, and we are going to slide that into the frame first, up in here. We want to get that in there. So get this in there like this. Get all your cussing out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to swing this puppy in like this. It's just a swing in. You can pull this over if you wish. Just pull it over and get that up there like so. Then you can sort of kind of line that right up there for a moment. And then I'll put some slide on there. And you thought you're going to catch me on something. He didn't put any Wiener slide on there. Yes, I do. I just didn't want it all over my hand at first. Get it into place. Because this stuff is traveling grease. It won't surprise me if tonight when I put my head on my pillow and lift my head, there'll be some traveling grease there. Trust me. When you think you didn't get it on you, oh yes you did. You didn't get away. You didn't escape. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, see, we can't get this puppy started in the hole. It's trying to. It's calling for its mommy. Ugh. Tell you what, that's a good ball joint. She's tight. Okay. All right, one more tool. Composite mallet. We need a composite mallet. So what's good when we're done one side is you will then know for a fact all the tools you're going to need to do the opposite side. So I always recommend don't put your tools away. You got the other side to do. So I just use my dead blow and get that up there. And it's going to go. Yep, it's going to be happy. Happy day. So, does anybody remember? Was this the bolt side or the nut side? And if this gives you some grief, you can just get yourself a floor jack and freak out. Yeah, that's all, just freak out. Put a floor jack under there or a bottle jack. But I think we're going to be good. How do I know? Because we should be just about there, I think. Okay, get this out of there. Ooh la wee. We got it. So now I'm going to put the nut on the other side right now. And now I know this isn't going to drop down on me, which is what you don't want to happen. So be liberal with your anti-seize. That's all I'm going to tell you. Get it on there. Don't be afraid. And no matter what anybody else is saying on YouTube's or anywhere else, you know what? You are not going to affect the torque of any hardware. Until somebody shows me the science, sends it off to one of my favorite companies, Permatex. I've been using this for 44 years, and proves it to them. I'm going to continue to do what I've always done. All right. So we need to get that humdinger in there, and I need to be able to see it. So I'm just going to move my stuff up out of the way. We'll see what we can do here and get one of these bolts started, which will help us quite a bit. And the best thing you can do for yourself is work neat and tidy. Work neat and tidy as you're working. Don't have your tools all in the gravel and everything else. Just don't. It's frustrating. I just put them in the basket, and when I'm finished the job, I'll take the basket, wipe all my tools, and put them away. Treat your tools with respect. That's what I was taught by my military instructor. Treat your tools with respect. And don't give yourself a hammy cramp, because those are just, it's wrong. It's just wrong. Okay, so we're going to get that up there. We're going to get that in there, I hope, without any headaches, without any fuss, without any muss. That's really tight to that sway bar link. I really hate it, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And some more Wiener slide. I mean, if you want to put Loctite back on these bolts too, they came out really easy. So the threads were kind of green, so I'm wondering if there was some factory something on there, but they came out real easy. And we're gonna apply the right torque to the right bolts here to make sure everything is the way it was. But as I already mentioned, one of these bolts that goes right into the frame, it came out really easy, like too easy, if you know what I'm saying. So just going to be very careful here. Pull that back. Oil filter is such a teeny weeny little feller. We're going to get this in there, hopefully. If not, I know how to do it. And what I like to do is, I like to, what size is that? That was, do you remember, Skippy? Do you remember what the size was? 21. Thanks a lot. You're good on that. Thank you. Large? Super large? Like a pizza? No, you gotta order like a pizza the size of a football field to get a large. Okay, 21. Let's see if we can get this started by hand first. I like to start them by hand because you want to make sure you're going in square. And I don't think we are. I think we're going to have to do a little extra humdinger here. And that's what I thought, because it's easy coming out, but going back in, you've got to, hello, did I say you can do that? You've got to get this, you've got to get this up, and you're not going to argue with it very well, let me tell you, you're not. So, you might get away with it. We might grab it, we might, maybe. I'm not sure that's going in square. That's like really, how come that's so tight to there? I don't know. Probably because it's gone down. Probably. Because I can't even get on there now. It's an interesting factor. Okay, let's see if we can get this other bolt through too. Going down. Down for a looky-see. We gotta get this one in. Then I'll use I got a little scissor jack. We'll see if we can get that lined up. I don't think we're gonna have too much luck with it. I don't think so. Can't even see it. No, I'm gonna need a guide tool, and I'm gonna need my scissor jack to help me get into place there. Otherwise, we're not going to get into place. Okay. All right. More tools. That's all it means. You just got to get more tools. So we need to get that lower control arm. We got to get it up into position. So we need a tool to help us with that. And a little scissor jack will help you. And we're going to need also a tool to get that lower or the rear bushing lined up. So I'm hoping I can get that lined up first. Then I'll use this jack, get my other stuff out of the way. Give myself some working room, gotta see if we can get this in there. And pilot tool and get that into position. I don't see what I want yet, so let's see if we can get this nickel into shape. Yeah, me too. We used to say that a lot when we were kids. Okay. I just had that bolt in my hands. There it is. Oh, the scissor jack was hiding it. Groovy. Can we get this? This is going to be tricky, so be patient, because it doesn't always work textbook. We got to get this lined up and get that lined up like that, see? That's going to be a happy day. That's all I got to say about that. Isn't it, though? Yeah, I'm thinking that's a bag of hammers right there. You got to get that lined up somehow. Yeah, right. Okay, so you know what? This is where the scissor jack is going to come in handy to get you lined up, because that bushing, the arm needs to come up to get things into perspective, because right now you're down and you got to get that lined up. So see if we can knock that in there, but it's not going to stay. That's the thing, is as soon as I pull that out, see the torque, it wants to move it away from the hole, and we need to go up from the bottom. So we got to compress the spring a little bit to make that happen, to making it happener. So how do you do that? Well, this is going to have to be our friend. We're going to get it under here and just get it on the rotor. You can make a hook for these so you can put them on your power tool. No problem. Oh, why hadn't you done that lately? Well, you know, I didn't feel like it. I haven't felt the real need for super speed, so this will get us where we need to be, and it's not going to hurt the rotor. I've done it before. If you have a big hub here, you can get under there, but I'll tell you, these little jack things, they took off. You could get them from the wrecking yard for free. You could find them on the ground. Now you got to buy them. So just take it easy, crank it up. We need to get that up there a little bit. Take some pressure off and get us lined up. Hello. Who's your daddy? Okay, things are looking happier. My calf cramp is getting better. So we're going to see if we can get those bolts started now. See if we can get them started by hand. I just pull this back. Show them how teeny weeny the oil filter is. It's right here. That's the teeny weeniest oil filter I've ever seen. Look at this cute little thing here. My goodness, I'm thinking, are you going to do something? Are you able to do something? Yeah. So we got that on there. And now we got to see if we can get this started. Yeah, don't just throw your air tool on there, fellas, because you're not going to be happy if you strip that bolt out in the frame. Let me tell you, it is not going to be a fun package day at all, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to go get a hand ratchet and get those going by hand. I'll tell you, you get your exercise back and forth to your toolbox. It's nice when you're working in the shop and you can just grab tools quickly, but when you're working outside, or you're doing it in a friend's driveway, you need to make sure you got lots of toolage. Grab more than you need. That's all I can tell you. Grab more than you need, because you're probably going to need it. Let's see if we can get that going. I don't know. Because we need it to pull it in. That's what we need. Now we got our bolt through the ball joint, so that's going to stay in place for us. So you just bring that down. It's pulling it in now for us. I'm not struggling, so I know I'm not cross-threading or doing something nasty. This is a job where it's patience and take your time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Don't force any bolts in. Just you start at the ball joint end and get it into the spindle housing. And don't tighten up anything till everything is in place. How are we doing here? I think that one's going to Australia. Somebody fly down and check, would you? See if it's sticking out down there. We're getting there. It's pulling it in, and that's what we want. It always works safe. I've got the jack. My center jack has holes in it where I put a bar through there right from the factory, so the jack can't come down. I got my jack stands. I got my tires underneath, so if something happens, how are we doing here? Like, are we getting this happening, or are we talking to somebody here and nothing's going on, or I don't know if I'm in there, to be honest. If I were an honest man, I would say, I don't know if I'm in there. I don't think I am. That needs to come up on a bit of an angle. It's not really into the bolt. I don't see it in there. Honestly, I don't. I say I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't feel like it's in there. No, I gotta say N/O, Kokomo Joe. I don't believe it's in. I believe we've missed the threaded portion on the inside. That's what I think. So, yeah. It's not in there. No, can tell. Sometimes it all looks easy, boy, till you get in here and you start working on it, and it ain't so easy. You gotta, again, you take your time and back things off, make sure you're in there. I don't believe I'm in there, so not where I need to be. buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't believe so. Oh, maybe. Is it going in? Or am I dreaming? I think I'm dreaming. Yeah, it's not going in. It's not. It's in the hole, but it's not going in. It's not coming out the other side yet. I can feel it. No, it's not. It's not properly in the hole. So before I go too far, cause myself a disaster, again, you wait and take another look, back up the bus, and see, is the other side lined up? Because now I can't really get the, you can't really get your hardware on there. Let's see if that pulls it in. It might. Then again, it might not. So, it's one of those cases where you gotta be patient. 19. No, that's 21. Yeah. Oh, there's 21 here. It's because I was able to get a socket on it before, and now I can't because the sway bar is in the way. But we'll give it a whiz bang here and see if I can get this started. Because I think it is. It feels like it is. You know, sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, you're not feeling it? Yeah, me either. Kind of feeling like, no. Let's take a little bit of pressure off and see if that helps us. Sometimes going the other way might help. Sometimes it might not. It might be going in there. But then again, it just might not. And I can't get my socket in there before. Yeah, because the sway bar is down. Yeah. I don't think I can get in there. Nope. We're gonna have to wrench it. So I need a 21 mil wrench. Try and get that started to get it to line up. More tools. 21 mil. Yeah, I think I've lost about 1,600 pounds. Calories, whatever, 21. Number 21 right here. Right here in the top drawer. 21. Okay. This is what it takes, folks. It's not always textbook, I can tell you that. It's not always textbook. And this is a case where, you know, somebody can make it look easy, and then yours is not. It doesn't line up. It doesn't line up perfectly. It just doesn't. So you gotta work at it. Nice to think about it all lining up first time, every time. Uh-oh. That's an easy fix, so don't worry about it. You falling asleep over there, Skippy? You passing out? I know I would be. Is it nap time yet? No, it is not. It's work time. And we gotta work at it till we got it. That is really aggravating, I'll tell you that. try and get in there. Okay, I got a 21 mil socket here. Let's see if I can get on that. With that, if I can pull that over a little bit, get my socket in there. Happy camper. Not always. I know I didn't wrestle that out of there like that. I know that for sure. I can't tell if I'm in there or not. Maybe. It's feeling like a maybe. So just keep getting it until we get it. That's all. You gotta stick with it. Get your bolts lined up. Yeah, get your bolts lined up. Well, I think what we're going to do is, while I wrestle with this some more, we cut the video off here, and we'll come back after I got the bolts all lined up, because this is where I don't think you need to see me inching the bolts in 1 millimeter at a time. I think you kind of get the picture. It doesn't always go like textbook. It may come out easy, and it may not. And it may not go in as easy as somebody else may make it look, because as you can see, there's a challenge getting the bolts lined up, and you can't rush it. You got to work on it until you get it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, your comments down below, and also watch the videos and ring the bell, the notification bell, so that you know when we go live streaming, which is very shortly here. And also you'll get notified when new videos come out. So here's an opportunity for you to be a part of our YouTube channel, where you can learn a lot of the things that you can do yourself, things that might be too challenging for you, but get a better idea how it works. This is what it takes to get stuff apart and get it back together. Ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house.